Welcome everybody, hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the fourth video, I think. So, as I said, I was gonna implement something like DB context, so this is what I done. Well, I was inspired by Claude, obviously. So, we get the database, and I think we might as well delete this one because we don't need it, to be honest. But yeah, we're gonna keep it. I don't know why. Maybe for configuration later. And yeah, this is basically the DB sets of entity framework. And then you configure them like this. And you configure indexes so in case you need them. And of course, you can configure models as well. Okay, void. I was about to write it, just I wanted to wait for the video starts. Configure models. In case you want to add like foreign keys and everything like that. But because we, in our builder blocks, we did that already, I don't think we need it. So these should be like all our entities that we need. And now we're gonna go to the logic itself. As I said, okay, let me open the page. So we did entities, we did database context. So let me make it. Now we need to go to models and mappers. Okay, database is obviously done as well, technically. Now we need more mappers and models. And that's what we're gonna go next. So let's go back. It's an example. I keep them just in case. I'm gonna add another example here from the LightDB page itself. Okay, I'm gonna pause, I'm gonna look for it, I'm gonna add it as well. Okay, now that I see it, there is no configure models, so we're gonna remove them. There's only indexes, which seems interesting because yeah, you need the file database to be kind of fast if it's gonna get your items. But for now, we don't need anything, so we're just gonna keep like a single index in here, just for reference, I guess. Yeah, so persistence, as mentioned, let me go to the diagram again. We're done with these three. We're done with these three. So we're gonna go to models and mappers. Yeah, let's go. Let's create first of all. So I like to organize my models into like subfolders by feature. So we go components. So builder components, and then the other main one, it's builder page, builder pages. And then inside it, I can go like I can create them at the same. Okay, yeah. And yeah, at this level, I can create them both. Can we add like some visual effects where we zoom in or something? No, we don't have any cool things like that. Sad. As I was saying, excuse me, I can go like 2 levels. That's the most I should probably go. But yeah, we can like create everything here, I guess. So, I mean, this one we can like component DTO. We can like summarize the name instead of like using builder as well. Because this one, when we add DTO, it's just not going to be anything similar to what the system has. So, okay, component create DTO. And so the update takes from the create, and the component takes from the update. With this, okay, I remove this. This cool system will allow me to do the following. Okay, let me add the brackets, and then I'm going to show you in the web browser the cool things we can do. So if I'm in an interface and I get like a list of let's see anything, a list of components, DTO components, And then for example, let's say I want to update a single component. I can pass the DTO, the full DTO, instead of like transforming it to an update DTO and then sending the update DTO itself. This is like a cool thing that I can do with this structure. Okay, I kind of forgot where I was, but yeah, let's continue creating our. Yeah, I was explaining why I use something like this, and then inside the component there will be other components. So we're just gonna use the same thing. Okay, let's check. Yeah, other components, I guess. Wait. No, component content. You're gonna have to create something this way. So component content DTO. I don't think I'm gonna need to have the create DTO or update because these will be updated automatically. So whenever we have like a new variable in the template, it will be detected and it will be added as a component content. So this is part of the. Well, yeah, we can add it here, I guess. No. It will be visible when you are creating a component, but it will be automatically generated after that. Or maybe you add it, who cares? Okay, a list of component content DTO. So content, just make sure it's the same. Yeah, content. Just so we have this non-nullable. So builder components, this. I think records would be better for this in this case because you don't have any methods in these classes. But I'm too lazy to use something that I don't know or I'm not used to, even though it's much simpler, I think. So yeah, so for the creation, we have the name, the HTML, and the components. And the attributes should probably be. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, when creating new component, I think the attributes also should be generated automatically. But by default, they should have like the positional component by default. Okay, let's do this. So by default, it will have positional component. And once the HTML is given, so these will update given according to the HTML. They are not like set manually by the user. So here, these ones are set manually by the user. So the update one probably follow the same thing. So we don't need to do anything here. Move it out, and then this one will only have like an ID because that's the only thing that's extra here. Yep. For pages, okay. No, actually, we're gonna have methods. That's the one thing I kind of forgot to say. Okay, let's go page DTO. You see, it's kind of fine to use DTO in these without the builder, the pre-name, because we don't really have any like issues. Okay, let's remove this, open builder page, split it. I don't have the shortcut, I kind of forgot it. So let's do the same thing. So public class page create DTO, public class page update DTO, which will inherit from page create DTO. And then the create DTO will be, so it will be the name of the page, which to be honest in our case we're not going to use. I could have deleted the page name, to be honest, but you know no, actually I'm thinking of something amazing. I have a great idea. So the super admin can save multiple pages and then selects one as the default. So for example, if it's like the end season where they have like holidays or anything, they can with instead of like modifying the existing page, they can just like put a pre-existing page. That would be crazy. No big brain. I'm such a big brain. But I mean, yeah. So they need a name actually. So we're gonna add page management as well. So page create. Page creation will have only the name. Updating the same thing will have only the name. But getting the page will have the ID. This is the simplified and public class page detailed DTO will have okay, first we're gonna have to create the building blocks. Public class building block DTO. I don't know if I should add like create, edit, or update or anything. Probably just the same. No, actually, we're gonna have create DTO and stuff like that, just for cleanliness. Just for future people to use it, I guess. So list of building block. So blocks. Okay, it's blocks. Yep. Just so we can have the same name. So we can. I'm thinking of using either automapper or creating the mappings manually because the objects are super small. I don't think I need that overhead of automapper. I want to have like super fast, um, like some super fast content, you know. So for a building block class, so update DTO. Will it create? Create here. Okay. Okay. This one as well. I can like name it block DTO, and this one block create DTO because you know it's super simpler like this. Remove building. Okay. Block update. Okay. Seems fine. Seems good. Okay. Also kind of writing. I kind of forgot to do this following thing. Um, what we do is what kind of sub content can go under if we create like a component, what kind of sub content can be or sub components can be added to it. And this, if we go to, I don't know how to implement it for now. I know if we let it like rip, it's gonna get insane. But yeah, we'll see what you can do. I'm just gonna keep that into consideration. Okay, well, I'm back. Excuse me for this. What was I saying is not all components can be inside. Like, if I have like a button, let's say, which would basically be another link in our case, um, you can only have like, well, technically, if it can contain like subcomponents, I guess it's yeah. Well, I guess this is how it goes. Well, we're gonna allow subcomponents inside anything. I guess yeah. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Let's see. Let's continue. So block update. Let's get it out. Building block components. Right. This one out as well. And then block DTO will have the width and we'll take from block create DTO. Okay. What is this? Thank you. Very nice. Stuck now, I guess. Okay. Well, let's get the block out of this one. Get it out. Page, of course, it's from create DTO, obviously, and then we save it. Let's check again. So update from create, detailed from the page, DTO from the create, not from the create, from the update. Excuse me. It got kind of confusing at this point. Block update create, block DTO, block update. Am I blind or did I lose my IQ because this is loading? Component goes to update, create, to nowhere, content, simple. Yeah, fair enough, I guess. Now we have our DTOs and now we're gonna create our mappers. But before that, I'm gonna restart Visual Studio because this is getting annoying. Can I do like a restart of window? No, I cannot. Windows. Well, no. Seems I can only like restart it. So yeah, we'll be back in a second. Okay, while I restart the application, I'm gonna go here, gonna make this green, and now we need the mappers. So the mappers, there are like two. Okay, let's not say two. There are multiple ways to do the mappings, but the one I'm gonna do is direct. I don't know. I don't have a name for it. It's not gonna use any libraries, and we're gonna do the mappings inside this directly. So if I do this, and so basically, component content is gonna create component content thing. So what I do, to the public component content, so this one to entity, and yeah, we do this basically. Thank you, IntelliSense, super goated. Basically, we do this, and yeah, because yeah, basically that's what we do. In create, so in create, we do the same thing as well. So public building components, builder components to entity. I think we can. Okay, you're not seeing anything. It's funny. Excuse me. I'm sorry about this. Yep, let's go. So in this, we're gonna. I'm thinking of doing it. You know what? Actually, uh, let's do the simple way. Let's do it using AutoMapper. I mentioned the performance is not like an issue, so yeah, we can use a library however we want. Public. Let's install AutoMapper and let's get it done, I guess. Also, careful of installing the latest. It's paid. We're gonna do AutoMapper 14 because that's the last one that is open source or free. And after that, we're gonna probably switch to another mapping library. I mean, as long as I find something. Yeah, Mapster seems good. Planning to probably learn it and use it. But yeah, not yet. Not yet. We still can use AutoMapper. That will be fine. Okay, profile, AutoMapper. So get controller. So create map. Let me open all of these. Okay. So let's start from the top. So component content. We're gonna need to create component for DTO. content DTO. Let's see. Okay, nice. Okay, so we go from this to this, and then we can also reverse because we needed it from the DTO to the other one. And then here we can like remove this use statement here as well. Yeah, we're gonna do some cleanup after this. Yeah, remove unnecessary usings. We don't need all of these. Yeah. Let's go create map, component create. We're gonna do components. It's gonna be builder component, logically. Create. Maintenance seems to go down randomly. Nice. Create map. What do you, like, so update component. Very good choice. Create map. Builder component DTO. Thank you. I'm gonna separate them at least by a single space if possible. So create map, block create, building block, then create map, update, create map from building block to block DTO, and then create map from builder page. It's visible? Yeah, nice, it's visible. To page DTO. The same thing for detail DTO. Okay, and then we have the from create DTO, so page create to builder page, and the update one. So yeah, now we have our profiles. We can do our extensions. Let's go. Services.add, or I think it's automap or something. Yeah, add automap. Type of mapping profiles. Yep. We only have like a single mapping profile, so it's fine, I guess. I don't want to do this. Extract it as a method, and we call what's this? Add database. Yeah, just to have it like cleaner, even though this will create like a bigger code. Eventually we might need to change it, and we don't want to modify a lot of things. Okay, so we have the appdb context that I showed you earlier. I have the models, the mappers. Now let me go back to the diagram. This section as well is green. Super good. So yeah, now we're gonna do the implementation. But first, let me change my microphone because this one seems to have a battery that is low. I was saying that I don't remember why I paused, but then I saw myself like speaking into an empty bottle because I use this as a microphone holder. I know it's funny. It's like super genius at the same time. And now I remember why I stopped recording because I was charging my microphone for a few seconds. Let me charge the box now because it's gonna be empty in a few minutes. I don't know if I keep the interfaces for now, or do we do them in the next video? Yeah, we do them in this video. Why not? I guess. Okay. Let's get started, I guess. Okay, let's create the interfaces. Let's go. Interface. The first one is I component service. This one's gonna be used for managing the components. What did I just write? It will be for either for like creating, editing, etc., and all the other, all the other obvious actions that you can do. So I have like my own response style, which I'm gonna go and get. I have like my own response wrapper. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a shared project, because I'm gonna use that for also the main functions, so I can return errors. No, not console. It's gonna be like a normal class library. So patient portal shared .NET 9. I think, yeah. I think. Okay. I technically should probably create all of these in .NET 8. Oh yeah, everyone is. Oh, I see. Yeah. I'm gonna put everything in .NET 8 because a lot of our clients are on .NET 8 software. I don't wanna like have any compatibility issues. I wanna be the simplest installation ever possible. So wrappers. I call it response. I'll be back in a second with it. Kind of contemplating if I should copy as well the abstractions, but those are for entity framework, which I'm not sure if they're going to be useful in this project. Should I? To be honest, I don't know. Because this application is mostly for viewing, except for this part where it's like management. And that's it. Like the rest of is basically just viewer. It's just viewing. The user can only like see his results. And that's it. So I don't think I'm gonna copy the rest of the components. Just checking if I have anything interesting here. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, well, so what I copied basically string extensions is to so you can have. This is not useful for this landing page, but yeah, ID compatible and like random generation as well. Filters. This one is like a very massive filter which has everything basically. Let's rename the file actually. And then we have the wrappers. So this one paged offset wrapper. I don't like paged offset response. It's called paged response. This one's from another project where the guy renamed it. Kind of like this name, simple. Paged response. That's it. Yeah. Same thing. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna call it page. Paged. Is there any other thing called paged? No? Probably not. I mean, hopefully not. I want to simplify this as much as possible. Anyway, now that we have our wrappers, let's so we need to add the reference here in the landing page, and then also in our main functions because we might need them. I mean, we will need them eventually as well. Let's go to landing page, continue our work. I'm gonna have to create the interfaces. Okay, let's save everything. iComponent service. So what we need, okay, let's first define what general functions we need, and then we go drill down into what actions we actually need. So we need another interface for iPages service, so the management of pages, so we can create multiple pages. And then interface iContent service seems like a logical one. iBlock service, iPage content service. Let's name it like that, I guess. So page and blocks and components all now have their own. Yeah, it seems like everything has its own thing now. Yeah, except for the also I kind of forgot interface. I page render service. So yeah, in I configuration, we're gonna configure which page to show to the user. This I should actually note down somewhere. I'm gonna note it here. In app settings, okay, let's make it orange. No, you're not seeing what I'm writing. Have the ID of the page to display at any moment of time. So this can be, so obviously this can be changed by the super admin. For now, we don't have anything in our code. That's why we're just gonna work on this. We're gonna test it ourselves and then we see what happens. Okay, yeah. Now let's continue our work, I guess. So public task response. So we can use our own response. And this one, so it's components. So component DTO, component DTO. So create component. Component create DTO DTO. It should start, yeah, it should start suggesting what we need to do next. Delete, yep. Okay, so this one I avoid by just using response on its own. And then what else did it want to recommend? Get component by ID, okay. Though we don't need it, but the most important one is, okay. Task response list component DTO get all components. Yeah. In the case of components, we want to get them all. And even in editing, we want to get them all. Like just to see what kind of components we have. This should be, yeah, this should be fine, I guess. iPages service, let's open the models again. I don't know why I closed them. So in components, it's done. Let's go to pages. Pages, close enough. But we do with page DTO. Page create DTO. Page update DTO. Yeah. Seems fine, I guess. Okay. Let's just change the name. Okay, also the update, we need an ID to update. Like how can we update something that we don't know the ID for? Okay. Yeah, no, it seems fine. Gets pages. Seems perfect. Perfectly fine. iPage content service. This one is for the building blocks of the page. So it might take some time to do. But this one, what we want to get is response string render page ID. Yeah, it knows what I want. It basically knows what I want. Render page. Yeah, that's probably the only thing we want at this point. We also have to think about how to implement like a dynamic tailwind system where we can like get the classes that we want anytime we want probably. I don't know how big is tailwind's like full on thing. I'm gonna check. Let me check. Let's look it up together. How big is tailwind CSS full? If it's not that big, I mean I can get it as a whole straight up. Hmm. Kinda need, yeah, I kinda need the full CSS, you know? Has no original for business actually using. Okay. Discussion. Send me to on the discussion, very nice. Hmm. So yeah, we need to use safe list, yeah. That's what I thought actually. Hmm. Okay. Ah, this is paid solution. No, thank you actually. No, thank you. I can kind of find all the classes on my own, I guess. Yeah, I mean this is something standalone CLI. Okay. Hmm. I don't know to be honest. Yeah, I mean I can modify the Tailwind file whenever I want, but that will need for that we'll need to install like a node as well, which I don't want to do in client computers. I mean we'll find out something on the way when we are there, I guess. Yeah, page content service. This one we're gonna do for get page content. So we need page uh, response. There's a list of build block DTOs. It's basically what you can get. Um, update content. Yep, this is probably the same thing. Delete page content. No, delete page. I think this is the only two. Ah man, I forgot to notice. Yeah, that's basically the two things. So either we get or we update what's already there. If it's not empty. Hmm. Yeah, seems like we have all the things we need. Let me check back on the design if we have anything that we forgot. So we render memory cache. Yeah, seems fine. Okay, let's go and implement in memory cache. We go here. So yeah. Okay, builder services add memory cache. Yeah, I kind of forgot about the. Okay, builder services add landing page. I forgot what this is. Set up landing page. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, should be it for today, I guess. I think this is all we can do for today. The next one, we're going to be doing the implementations and services. That will be very much not really interesting. And yeah, see you in the next one, I guess. Yep.